And we're here with the middle school Jamboree. You have Mickey Clayton, the coach, and Earl, the Pearl Hackerson.
Hey, good morning, Coach. How's everything this morning?
Oh, it's great, Coach. It's great. It's always good to be here with the kids.
It is great, and a great day for football. Really nice morning here at Gene Cox Stadium for the 2019 middle school football Jamboree.
It really is. I'm going to see how well you handle this sun that's shining in your eyes over here.
It's definitely beaming on us.
Oh, man. In the afternoon, evening games, you don't have to worry about it. But in this one, it's coming down pretty good.
Just coming up. SwiftCreek starting the game. Ball placed on the 30. Handoff. And nice tackle by the Griffin Tigers. 1 yard gain for SwiftCreek.
Yeah, I want you to be impartial now because I know you over at 21st Century at Griffin, right?
Well, it's only a professional's duty to be impartial. So I have to do what I have to do, Coach.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, Coach Lester Thomas gave me an opportunity to talk with the kids yesterday at Griffin, and that was quite a privilege. And those kids, I think they're going to be ready to play. As we see, another great defensive stop.
If they're not ready to play, I'm completely blaming you. I just wanted you to know that, so I'm going to just tell you that right off the bat. There.
Well, I tried to give them a little fiery speech.
Oh, we'll see.
Being from Griffin Middle myself, part of my career being spent there and as head football coach there as well and winning a few championships, we know about the pride and tradition of the Griffin Tigers.
Pitch there. You got a little room.
Nice pitch over for SwiftCreek's running back. And a host of Tigers converge on him, but he keeps those legs turning and has a pretty good pickup. Going to bring up a 4th and 1.
Yeah. We noticed right off the bat, one of the things is they didn't kick off. When we saw the scrimmage earlier with the high school teams in Georgia, they would kick it, but they wouldn't return it.
Right. We eliminate special teams here. He's going to just pick up the first down. Nice play.
Fell forward.
We eliminate the special teams live action here today in the Jamboree. It's going to the purpose of the Jamboree is just to get the kids out, get them acclimated to playing in a game-type setting. And then with eliminating the special teams, you create what we hope is a safer environment to cut down on the contact.
He might be gone, Coach.
Yes, sir. He did not wrap up. And he is clipped and steps out of bounds at around the 10-yard line. So great run for SwiftCreek. Got to wrap up. Griffin Tigers.
What's that number on him in there, Coach?
Number 42. Travis Mosley.
Travis Mosley. That was a good breakaway run there. Coach, he had about 50-yard gain there.
Yes, he did. That was a great run.
8th grader, SwiftCreek.
Griffin unable to wrap up and make a solid tackle as they did in previously. And Travis was able to take it down for a nice 50-yard gain or so.
Didn't we have SwiftCreek in the city championships last year?
Championship game, yes we did. Nice little run to the outside. Right in, and SwiftCreek on the board.
Coach, he ran in untouched there.
That was number 14, Cody Chambliss.
Yeah, plays a wide receiver and defensive back. Coach, that was a pretty nice drive they did there. They got a lot of it in one huge hunk, but that running game they have is pretty impressive on this first drive.
Yeah, once they picked up that first down on 4th and 1, they came back with a huge run, and then Chambliss capped it off with a 10-yard touchdown. And they go for 2. Nice pass out to the flat, but it falls incomplete. And SwiftCreek is on the board, 6-0.
6-0. That's an impressive start there. We have to give them a little credit there. 6-0. SwiftCreek up. That's impressive there, Coach.
Yes, it was. They came out and made a big play. And a lot of times you'll see in the middle school game, it's going to be predicated off of big plays.
Somerville Limits is a place for you to go to your ticket.
One, two, go, get go!
Located at 21
promo there came from Ricketts High School.
Yeah, old Ricketts High School, home of the Raiders.
Home of the Raiders.
All right, Griffin now taking over, 1st and 10. Pick up a 5.
Wish we had some numbers on Griffin, but they were one of the schools that did not send us a roster. That makes it a little difficult for us to give some attention to the kids, but he picked his way through that hole like he was stepping in a landmine.
Yes, he
did. They could get about 5 yards on it.
Yeah, pick up a 5. Got some big guys out there for Griffin on the front.
Due to my co-host here, during his stint at Ricketts as athletic director, we developed a very good relationship with Ricketts High. So you'll see a lot of things that we have done in the past 3 or 4 years. We did under his leadership at Ricketts when we were there.
Well, I appreciate that, Coach. It was a great opportunity at Ricketts. A lot of fun we had. And moving on to bigger and better things right now.
We understand, but we appreciate you. That's why we got you on the air with us. You think you're knowledgeable.
This I tell you, this is always one of the highlights of my week, to come hang out with my good friend, the coach.
Well, I got Earl LaPearl Hankerson. Now people, we come up in the stands, they say, Earl LaPearl.
Yes, they do. A lot of fun calling these games. Checking out the talent that we have here in Leon County and Big Bend, and looking now today at our future stars of tomorrow. And that's a nice block out there by the wide receiver for Griffin. Yeah, I actually think he came from the tight end position. He got downfield and was able to make a block.
Well, he had a one wide receiver trying to make a block and he missed it.
Well, actually, it's a good thing that he did, Coach. With the new rule for crackback blocking, you're not able now to take that shot on that defensive back anymore. Best you can do is shield. So actually, he was coached up pretty well there.
They said he was coached up pretty good.
Now, I don't know if he missed on purpose.
No,
he got in the way.
I don't think he meant to.
I do believe he wanted to hit it. But I'm going to give some credit to Coach Thomas and his staff about that rule change. Maybe it's yet to be seen. We'll see later on if there's another opportunity for one of those guys to take a shot. But he actually shielded him off and made a great play.
The boneless chicken sandwiches are made from whole chicken breast and dressed exactly how you want. You can even order hot chicken, H-A-W-T hot. No need to go to Nashville. It has a great slow burn. Right. We do chicken right from Coffee.
You really wish you had those numbers, Coach, because I'm looking at a huge left tackle over there for Griffin.
Yes, he is.
He hadn't even got down. He looked like he could have played yesterday.
Yeah, he's going to be a big guy.
Yes, sir. I'm glad they have him on the field now at an early age.
Griffin offensive line did a really good job on that play as well, Coach. They came off the ball and made good contact, and there was a hat on a hat, and it allowed the running back to get to the left end and pick up great yardage. So nice job by that offensive line for the Griffin Tigers.
That coach, I could tell as a former offensive line coach, that got you really excited. It's not often you see somebody get that excited about the offensive line play, which is critical.
Coach, they are the lifeblood of the offense. And we even saw last night how Lincoln took advantage of Godby's offensive line. They're going to have to go and, like I said, do a pride check and get back to work this week. But what you saw right there was really good job by that front. First down, high snap, quarterback takes it. And he just tries to make a play with his legs. That was a good decision.
That was a good decision, it was.
So Griffin's got a decent drive going right now.
You got 4:05 left in the first quarter, so they're playing 2 quarters?
Yes, sir. They'll play 2 quarters today.
Okay.
Then they'll come back Tuesday night with the beginning of the regular season. And we'll get that schedule of the first week of upcoming games.
I already have it.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
The coach, right on it.
Right on it. Let me explain to your listening audience how clicks matter. really we didn't get involved with the middle school until some of the students were telling us about the middle school games last year. So we put a phone call in to Ricky Bell, the illustrious, deep pass. The illustrious athletic director for Leon County, and he was very excited about us being able to, or being willing to do the middle school games. So what happened when we did the middle school championship games here at Cox Stadium, the response was tremendous. The number of people who went out, watched the middle school games that are still up on YouTube on our Insights page, INSIIGHTS, our Insights YouTube page, they went up, and actually the championship games for middle school outdrew 2/3 of the high school games that we did last year. So because you supported it and got behind it, we added the championship basketball game for boys and came back and we did the championship basketball game for girls. Actually, we did the girls first. So we added those games. Strictly individual effort that time. And as a result, again, the students over the summer told us about the Jamboree today. But we have received outstanding support to you, our viewers, from you in terms of covering these games. That's why we're here. These are tomorrow's stars that Insights is bringing to you today.
Yes, we definitely want to thank all of our subscribers, middle school, high school, everybody that supports Insights. It allows us to keep doing what we're doing. As long as you all keep watching, we'll keep coming back and putting forth time and effort into bringing you some of the best of North Florida, South Georgia, and our middle school series. And special thanks to WCTV as well, as we are listed on WCTV2 every Saturday at 4:30 p.m.
And I want to make a special note as you see our commercials that we're flashing and talking about some of our sponsors. These are people that pay for advertising with Insights to support your teams that are participating. The biggest thing you can do is support those companies and businesses that support the things that you're interested in. That's why we're able to bring these games, these contests to you with no subscription fee, no charge, nothing, just for your viewing pleasure. So go by and support those people, give them a phone call, let them know that you appreciate them supporting Insights. Don't try to tell them because you're supporting Insights, you should support us too. That works on a negative end for us. Was that a fourth down?
That was a fourth down, SwiftCreek.
The defense rose to the occasion on what looked like a broken play there, Coach.
Again, a high snap, and actually would have liked to see the quarterback try to outrun the defensive end to the corner. That's going to be something that the coaches are going to have to talk about in working with him, making those adjustments. He's a better athlete than that defensive end out there lumbering. And hopefully we get him to run to the corner, and he may be able to pick up, good yardage.
You coached at Griffin. How difficult was it to put together the middle school program as opposed to working on the high school level?
Well, one thing we tried to do was to mirror the next level. We wanted to get those kids excited about what we were doing at the middle school, but we wanted them even more excited about their possibility of what they could do at the high school. And so we tried to mirror what was going on at the high school at the time. Godby was the feeder school. Griffin is the feeder school to Godby, which primarily still is today. And we wanted to...
late, that's got to be
yeah, that
late,
might be late. They did not call it. But we wanted to be a smaller version of Godby High School. And so once you get those kids excited, putting together a program in the format of what they will see at the next level, they worked harder at that middle school level because they wanted to get to that level. So that was part of the key of our success during my time there.
Big hole.
Big hole, but
he turned away from it.
He turned away from it and did not put his foot in the ground and go. And he allowed the defense to recover.
Well, Coach, did you spend any time at all with the Godby coaches, did you go to their practices or things and try and get an idea in terms of what they were doing to run some of the same concepts at Griffin?
Absolutely. With the middle school season starting 2 weeks after the high school season, I would spend 2 to 3 weeks and some of the majority of my summer with the Godby staff, learning from them those fundamental things that they want their players to be ready to come into and understand what to do. And it was very successful coming off of our championship seasons at Griffin. They went right to Godby, and we immediately had, I believe, 4 players on the varsity level as 9th graders.
Okay.
And those kids didn't know a lot about losing. They won in middle school, and they went right to Godby High School and played in state championship games and you know, had really good careers, and now they're off to real good careers. We just had one young man, Thurston Davis, just get married to his bride, played for Auburn. One of our other players went on to Vanderbilt, and on. We've had great success with a lot of guys, and it started right here at the middle school level and right at Cox Stadium. Oh, nice play. SwiftCreek. Quarterback delivers a strike.
Well, actually, the throw was behind him. He turned behind him, caught it with two hands.
Nice vertical jump.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was an athletic play.
Yes, it was. Did we get that number?
We did not.
Was it number 10?
I don't know. That was...
I believe so, Coach. Jalen Tucker for SwiftCreek.
8th grader.
That was an outstanding play by Jalen.
It
being
really
able to
was.
adjust. He was running one way. He adjusted his route and was able to turn and get it with 2 hands and then get it down to the 3-yard line.
Wow.
So another one of those chunk plays, Coach.
Right.
Oh, nice toss fake by the quarterback, number 15, Timothy Smith. Faked the toss, followed his lineman on it looked like a trap, and was able to get in the end zone.
No, Coach, that was a chunk plays is appropriate for this offense.
Yes, sir.
They strike quickly.
And that's what you've seen here twice now from SwiftCreek. Griffin has, for the most part, done a good job.
They have.
But then they break down and allow the big play, and SwiftCreek is taking full advantage of it.
And
once again, that goes out to Jalen Tucker for the 2-point conversion. That's going to get SwiftCreek 14, Griffin 0.
nice play there, Coach. We got 14-0 score there. Insights. We will be right back.
1, 2, go, get go!
Got a flag on the play for Griffin. False start. Was looking at SwiftCreek's quarterback, Coach. He's a pretty big fella.
Good sized guy there.
That's Timothy Smith, and he plays linebacker as well on the defensive side of the ball.
You want the kids to play two-way in middle school.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely need to learn 2 positions on the field, minimum. And try to become sound and make a decision on what they would like to try to become as they get to the next level.
That center's having trouble in that shotgun.
He did well earlier. That might be a sign of fatigue already. Those snaps are high. The concentration level is not where it needs to be, and those snaps are high. It's throwing off the entire offense now.
When did they start practice, Coach?
1 week after school starts.
School just started 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
So they've practiced a week?
It's an official practice, I believe, was maybe it was the first week of school. But you don't have a whole lot of time to prepare.
No, you don't.
Now, they do give the kids opportunities to come during the summer, which are not mandatory.
Okay.
And there was some activity on all of these campuses with the middle school kids. The coaches do a great job. The coaches want to put together a quality program for all of our middle schools. And so they do give the kids an opportunity to come out during the summer to have workouts.
Okay.
Just as you would see at the high school level.
Okay. Okay.
Hopefully the kids take advantage of the opportunity and you're able to put together some semblance of a team at that time. Quarterback takes off.
Coach, he has obviously listened to what you said in terms of using that athletic ability and making things happen. Because that's what he's doing now.
Right, he's using his legs to try to generate some offense for the Tigers. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they've had some glimpses of what may be to come. They've had some bright spots, but just not enough to sustain, and not the big plays like SwiftCreek has had. And that's all the difference right here in this game. The defense for Griffin, they'll come out.
19 seconds left.
Yes, sir. They'll come out and hold, but then they'll give up the big play. Now SwiftCreek is starting to send extra defenders. Now that was a great cut. And that's going to pick up a first down for Griffin.
Boy, that time they sent everybody.
They did. And they've been sending more defenders here in the last series or so. Trying to put more pressure and get Griffin behind the chains.
3.3 seconds left?
Yes, sir. They're going to wind the clock, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter, Coach.
I wondered how they were going to handle it, if they were going to try and put a play in.
1, 2, stop, get stop.
We'll be right back. And showing our cheerleaders there for what they say a joint cheer. 14-0. First quarter done. Coach, they might actually take up that whole first. They might take up an hour to do these 2 quarters.
Yeah, typically, we're scheduled for 8 minutes a quarter. And I guess with the stoppages and unfortunate injuries, you'd have to allot time. And then remember, the other teams are going to get on the field and warm up as well. Mm-hmm. So here we are 26 minutes in. And by the time we get to the end of this quarter and get your warm up for the next team, we'll be ready to go. So right now, I think we're on schedule.
It does look like that.
Next game begins at kickoff at 10 a.m. We'll feature the Raw Rams versus the Cobb Cubs.
And what would you expect in that one?
I believe, Rob did not have a great season last year from what I can recall. Cobb, I know that they seem to be very excited about their season. And from what I know, they have a really energetic coaching staff. My nephew actually plays for Cobb. And so they've been working out all summer.
That's what you call people a shameless plug.
It is. While we're on it, my awesome daughter, we got a man wide open. He did not see him. Quarterback takes off.
Nice.
SwiftCreek does a good job bottling him up. Had the quarterback stood in there just another second, he might have had an opportunity for a long pass.
He's down holding that leg there.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I have a SwiftCreek player down. Let's get the training staff and the coaches checking on him.
And they're down checking that leg.
Got twisted up in all of that after the tackle.
And as they tend to him,
he actually is up.
He's up.
Getting a hand from the fans. As I was saying, my daughter.
See, we were going to commercial break.
Uh-huh.
Earl wouldn't let us go to commercial break. He had to finish the train. I thought he was on. See, he went this Saturday. He got games coming on Sunday. He got to make sure he get that plug in about his daughter before the missus have an issue with it.
Yeah, I think so. My daughter's a cheerleader for Raw. 6th grade. Very excited about her and her potential. Second down for Griffin.
Congratulations to the Hankerson family.
Oh.
Did he do a good job out there and turn that play back in?
Defensive back really did provide some good run support there.
He did.
The running back thought he might have an opportunity to get outside. The defensive back provided that support, turned it back in, and actually created a loss.
Yeah. That was a well-coached play there, at least on the defensive side.
He did a really good job there.
Coach, they're working pretty hard over here on his end zone. I think they might be, they're teaching, this is a real practice for them because they've been going at it over here. So I hope that they have something left when it's game time here.
Yeah, I can't tell which team that is. That could be, not quite sure. We'll find out soon enough. Fourth down for Griffin, only picking up about 2 yards on that carry.
That was a quarterback keeper all the way. That was so on the snap. He immediately tucked it under his arm. He didn't even make any illusion to look at to try to pass it.
I would think they try to get to the outside here. Their best runs for Griffin have been once they can get to the edge of the defense. And so to pick up these 5 yards, they're going to need to make a play.
Well, they're doing a little bit better just with the snap. It's not going over his head now. It looks like he has his timing down.
Yeah, that was a good snap. And there he is, just as we said, he take off. He's going to pick it up, Coach. He did that. That's a great individual effort by the quarterback to pick up a first down.
Coach, look at his offensive line. They're 25 yards behind him. Yeah, they didn't block anybody coming through. They looked like they were mad with him and said, everybody looked like remember the Titans. He wasn't going to hit anybody.
Look here, they just wanted to make an initial block, and that was it.
No, Coach.
Now they started out.
Didn't make the initial block on that play.
They're looking a little tired.
I think my boy's running from fear now. Coach, do you think he's going to project as a quarterback as he moves up?
Right now, looks more like an athlete, able to play quarterback.
But when he says athlete, that means generally that's a term used for an individual who has athletic talent, speed, quickness, that really doesn't have a defined position, but can play more than one position.
Right.
Just can outrun you, out-quick you, out-hustle you, and get to the ball, and that's what he is. And right now, we're going to they got a timeout here,
yes,
and
sir.
we're going to take A timeout.
Russellville Lennox is a place for you to go for your chicken. It's a short drive down Carpenter Highway, located at 21 right across the street. You can get all your fried chicken needs, including chicken wings and chicken tenders to your choice of flavor. The boneless chicken sandwich is made from whole chicken breast and dressed exactly like
Join us. Join us. Join us. Join us. Join us.
High school game of the week has returned for its fourth year. You can see the best high school teams in the North Florida, South Georgia area. Our leadership academy and the Dr. Otto Wood School Saturday, 4:37.
Join us. 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 Join us.
We have five minutes left in the second half here, or second quarter. I'm sorry.
Having a little discussion by the referees.
What would they be discussing, Coach?
Not quite sure. Or maybe the down. They had first down in the box. And now they're switching it to second down.
Coach, this is a quick moving second quarter here.
It actually is faster than the first. Oh, we got a holding penalty by Griffin. That's going to back them up 10 yards. He grabbed the defender as he was coming through.
And what Griffin has decided or found out or discovered is that their offense continues to establish itself in its running game. It's keeping SwiftCreek off the field, their offense off the field.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Coach. They've been able to establish the run, and I like to see them hand the ball off more to the back, give him an opportunity. But what we're seeing is that they're stronger getting to the perimeter than there are within the interior line. So maybe some toss plays, some jet sweeps, things like that to get their faster guys on the edge might be able to give them an opportunity to get some of those big plays.
Well, with a limited sample size, you already diagnose what the strength and weakness is, and that's the quickness and athleticism of your quarterback.
Yeah,
there's nobody else on the field as quick or as athletic as him.
He's got a receiver wide open, but that's going to be something that they're going to get him. Are they going to get him for face mask or hold? Horse collar tackle. They're going to have to go back and look at the quarterback keeping his eyes downfield. He had his slot receiver run right past the linebacker in an obvious mismatch, and he was running wide open. But the quarterback
did he have enough time to make that pass?
He had enough time.
Okay.
He did have enough time, but he took his eyes from downfield and was not able to diagnose what was going on with the defense. And I venture to say that if they line up in that package again, they'll get the same thing. SwiftCreek has a linebacker on a speedy slot receiver.
And we have the whistles being blown here.
And we're getting a water break.
And we're going to take a break. Inside to be right back.
Its high school game of the week has returned for its fourth year. You can see the best high school teams in the North Florida, South Georgia area. Our leadership academy and the Dr. Arthur Wood Student of the Game. Saturday, 4:37.
Yeah.
short drive down Crawfordville Highway, located at 2120, right across.
Oh, try to draw play. That goes nowhere. That really was not executed well.
None of those designated run plays are working well for them. Maybe, as they continue to have more time, additional time in the practice game, they'll be able to establish them a little bit better. Right now, your quarterback says, give me the ball, just get out of the way. You're not killing me back here.
Well, just as we stated earlier, the runs to the interior are not the strength of Griffin right now. You got to get to the edge and get on the perimeter and allow your guys to try to outrun some of these players at SwiftCreek. They had an opportunity where they lined up in the slot, but it wasn't they had the slot receiver on the linebacker and wasn't recognized.
They're having discussion here.
We got to delay a game. That was a quick 40 seconds.
Wow. Coach, I didn't see that one coming.
That had to be the quickest 40-second play clock.
Coach, they put that.
I don't think they reset the clock properly on that last play. They're going to have to get set. Still trying to work out what play they're trying to run here. But he's going to go one-on-one with that receiver out there. And there he is. And the receiver makes the catch. That's one of those chunk plays.
Coach, you called it.
Yep. He's going to go one-on-one with that receiver out there.
The cornerback fell down. It needed half his team to help him up, but
that's one of those chunk plays that we haven't seen Griffin be able to get, but the potential has been there.
Okay.
They have not been able to take advantage of it.
Coach, and the way it energized that side of the field.
Yeah, the coaches were
the coaches and
really
the fans.
excited.
Yeah, you can't help but sit there and kind of smile a little bit. It's a lot. They've come to life on that side of the field now.
Yes, they have. They need to get to the line of scrimmage, though, because the play clock is running down here.
It's at 10. They're not going to get it off, Coach.
They may not.
Coach, they're not going to get this off.
They don't realize we're still excited about what just happened. Quarterback get to the outside. Let's see if Griffin can get on the board here.
They've already got the clock running. 36, 35.
Yes, they're going to spot. Once the play is over, they're going to start that play clock. So they get the ball spotted.
It's at 27 now. And they're taking a timeout here. SwiftCreek takes a timeout. And we're going to take one, too. We'll be right back with Crawfordville Lindy's.
It's a short drive down Crawfordville Highway.
Best chicken in the
located
area.
at 2120, right across the street from Walmart. You can get all your fried chicken needs, including chicken wings and chicken tenders in your choice of flavors. The boneless chicken sandwiches are made from whole chicken breast and dressed exactly as you want. You can even order hot chicken, H-A-W-T hot. No need to go to Nashville. It has a great slow burn. We do chicken right across.
And you hear their cheerleaders loud and clear. Let's go, Tigers, let's go.
Yeah, the Coach Bryant, head of the cheer program at Griffin. They've got quite a few cheerleaders, don't they?
They got a lot of them over there, Coach.
And we can hear them clear across the field.
We sure can.
That pass energized their team, didn't it?
Team,
fans,
cheerleaders,
coaches.
Fans, us, everybody.
And the snap.
There's your running play.
Handoff. Yeah, but once again to the interior. Let's get on the perimeter, outrun, use your athleticism and outrun SwiftCreek to the edge.
What does it tell you when you look at the offensive line and everybody's standing straight up?
Oh, they're definitely gassed. Those guys are really tired up front. They definitely have some conditioning that they're going to need to continue to work on.
Okay. They're giving a shout out to the parents. I like that. Come out and support your son or daughter. You know, you can't do anything without that support.
That's right. And you see, you got a pretty good crowd.
We really do.
There is a good crowd out here on this lovely Saturday morning.
It is. Takes a lot for us as parents to give up those Saturday mornings now.
Yes, goodness. But the great thing about middle school football, games are played on Tuesday night.
It's a Tuesday night.
I love what Pop Warner does and playing all of their games on Saturday, but that is tough. And I did it for 7 years, 6 or 7 years. I was so glad it was over.
Well, I had daughters that played, and we were doing AAU basketball and things like that. And I remember as they were growing up, they'd get up on Saturday morning. My wife would tell them, get them a bowl of cereal. My kids ate 2 or 3 bowls of cereal. They said, that was appetizer.
Yeah.
We need some pancakes.
That's right.
That cereal doesn't do.
That's right. Let's see if Griffin can get here. Let's 3rd down from the 6.
I'd like to see them get in the end zone, Coach.
Yeah, they're going under center. They've decided to go under center as they've gotten here. And there, see, he's not going to get there. I think going under center makes you have to retreat a little bit further. It doesn't give you an opportunity to immediately get to where you want to go. So staying in that shotgun was much more effective than going under center. But
why would they change it now? To put it on tape to get an idea of what the guys can do and not do?
Down 14 right now, knowing that you want to get in the end zone, Coach, I really don't know.
Okay.
I would have stayed in that shotgun and continued to do what I was doing.
Is that our quarterback coming in limping?
Yes, it is.
He's taking a pretty good beating now.
Well, he's had a lot of carries. They're going to call their final timeout and give him an opportunity to catch a breath.
And we're going to take a break right now.
1, 2, stop, get stop!
Well, your cheerleader's still working.
Yeah, they work just as hard, Coach. They spend a lot of time practicing as well.
I remember we had a game in Orlando one year. Cheerleaders left. Administration went out there and got the cheerleaders, said the football team could stay on the field. You can too.
I know that's right.
He throws it up.
Yeah, he was hit on the arm on that desperation pass, and that's likely going to preserve the shutout for SwiftCreek.
Probably will. It's 1:10 left. Excuse me with the paperwork you don't give back. Because coming up next, we got Raw and Cobb scheduled for 10 o'clock. We hear the fans over here, the parents, applauding SwiftCreek's effort. The numbers are pretty good, though, Coach. They both have a significant number of guys that are out here on the teams.
Yeah, got a lot of kids participating. That's always a great thing. Get guys out of the hallway and doing something productive.
Oh, we say get them out of the hallway.
Get them out of the hallway and get them involved and do something productive with them. Give them a opportunity, a sense of to learn some responsibility and all of the great things that come along with playing the game of football.
And again, we'd like to thank Leon County Schools and Ricky Bell and the superintendent of schools, Rocky Hanna, for allowing us to do what we're doing. Nowhere else do you see the middle schools like you can see them here in Leon County. And this is always positive. The intent is to encourage and promote these student athletes, these young student athletes, into doing the right thing, staying active, and being positive. And as long as we can encourage them and keep them active, as Coach Hankerson said, keep them active doing some positive things, then the negative things will not draw their attention as much. So we're just doing our part to try to keep them active. And again, we thank those students that we both know that have pushed us to do these games. And we appreciate that. And we think that that's the least that we can do as we get out here in this community that we're all a part of and try and support these young men, these young women to do the right thing.
Absolutely. It's a great start, a great opportunity. Get you thinking about always doing the right things and staying away from the negative activity. And we are hoping that our coaches and our mentors are really working with our students to try to curb some of that negative activity that we all too often read about, but not read about these types of positive things enough. And so it gives, we're proud to be able to highlight some of these great things that are going on. SwiftCreek has a quarterback change.
Diminutive fella he is.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Upcoming action, Coach. We got up next, Raw versus Cobb. So
yeah, Coach, that's what I just said, but you were busy eating that chicken sandwich. If it sounds like we have fun doing this, we do.
Don't worry, I'll have a comeback for you. Coach 1, 0. Oh,
nice pitch. And he still turned the corner, Coach.
He was able to turn the corner, pick up a first down.
Did you see the receiver out there trying to get his block in? He was a step late when he saw after the pitch was completed, but he sprinted out there because he was like, oh, my God.
Yes, sir.
He didn't get where he was supposed to go, but he knew he was supposed to get there. That's going to come for him.
We got some more subs coming in for SwiftCreek. They might get one more snap off.
Oh, they're going to have to. It's 14 seconds and then 18. It's a 3-second differential in the clocks. My boy right there had to pull his shorts up on the line.
Oh, the snap dribbles back to the quarterback, but he's able to complete the pass. Yes, he did. Completed the pass for the last play of the game.
Oh, and he's going to talk about that reception, Coach, all week.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
That's going to get him a meal at the Golden Corral. They're going to meet in bed to go get something to eat. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you being with us. Follow Insights. Click subscribe for us, and we're going to get ready for the next game.